Hello guys, I'm seeing a lot of videos of foreigners that go to Brazil and don't like the food. I'm going to give my perspective as a Brazilian for you have a nice experience in Brazil. Normally when people say about Brazil, they'll talk about Rio because foreigners like to stay there. They do not explore many regions of the country. I was there sometimes. I'm not born there. I was not raised there, but I have experience in Rio. And I go to compare to my region for you have a notion what I think. I live in the north of Espírito Santo. It's a region that is very, very expensive. It's that expensive that you have to cross the border to other state, make the shop there, and come back. That is cheaper than buy inside the city. Because my region is very expensive, when I went to Rio, I found things very cheap to eat. I'm going to make an analogy with New York. Let's suppose you go to New York, your budget is tight, and you have $3, $4, $5 to a meal, and you go to a pizzeria there. The slice is $3. Of course, the slice is not going to be that good as a very nice pizzeria or a nice restaurant. And I feel people go to cheap places in Rio that do not offer the best food and they think the food is like that. In Rio, I stay in basic hotels, so I have to confess the food is not the best food I hate. I don't know how it's in luxury hotels, but the food quality in hotels I don't feel is that great. If you want to have a very nice breakfast, you have to search nice bakeries. So you go to Google Maps and see the bakeries in the region and see what the people like most. Probably the food is going to be better. The times I went to Rio, I had a tight budget, so I go to eat in cheaper places. And I feel the cheap restaurants they do not seasoning the food too much because I think they want to save, and I don't feel this homemade salt in food. So if you want a better quality, you really need to expand a little more. Normally restaurants with servers it's the best quality if you go to eat by kilo, by weight. Normally this kind of restaurants is more basic. They do not put a lot of effort to make that kind of food. I never went there, but I know the competition. São Paulo is very strong. You need to be very good, excellent to be on the market. And I feel people from Rio is not it's like São Paulo that it's really more strong on competition. So I feel in certain places people don't care too much in the question of offer quality. So you need references to have good quality meal. So if you want more quality for breakfast, find a very good bakery for you have a nice meal instead of a medium low budget hotel. As New York, if you want more quality, you have to pay more. If you go to a restaurant that is by kilo, by weight, probably they go to use less seasoning. And the cheapest restaurant, I don't think they care too much about quality. Normally, a little bit more expensive restaurant that have a server, I think the food probably going to be better. And for me, if you don't like the food, it's okay also. It's impossible to please everybody. You can choose a Airbnb that have a kitchen, go to supermarket, buy your fruit, your steak, go to supermarket, buy your greens and make your all food so it's not a problem also.